Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is VlogsBoutNothin. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy night to join me. I really appreciate that. I hope that all of y'all had, a happy and smooth transition into the work week after the 4th of July end of week last week, and then I guess subsequent weekend after the weird holiday placement this year. It's always weird when holidays fall on a Thursday, you know what I mean? Everything's open then again on Friday. Most things are closed again on Saturday, and the places are the worst when they're closed Thursday through, to Monday. At any rate, I do want to talk about it's a digital diary excerpt, and we're going to talk about my goals as it concerns the channel, and so I think I've been pretty straightforward, and I think it's a friendly reminder to myself and to all of the new subs and viewers who've made themselves a part of the channel since we've talked about these things. But ultimately, I think reaching the goal of 1 million subscribers in 1 year is a viable, doable, practical goal. I know that I will continue to kick out content on the daily. It's something that I've invested everything of all of what my last is, and I feel like eventually, we'll get to a point where other people are joining us and the channel, and again, exclusively YouTube. That's the other thing is my focus has not ever been really, and will never again be on any other platform except this one. And so the channel is really important to me, and growth is something that I think about, obviously, and we try to keep the videos even, in a way that anybody can watch. The age restrictions, things like that. My opting to not, sort of talk like I am talking with a group of just my friends on an intimate level, in that the cursing and things like that aren't ever a part of the channel. And that's something that I do intentionally because I want as many people as possible to watch the content. I know that some of the things we talk about are tough, but again, I try to talk about them in a way that is serious enough to be thoughtful and not serious enough to be taken in any kind of a way that, like, it shouldn't be taken, which is, again, and I always say this, just some dude behind his phone, talking about things that I feel are important and need to be talked about, and also trying to keep it light with personal anecdotes of my experiences in life. And I really think that at some point, people will watch these videos, and more than just a few or a handful or a few hundred, or even I think the highest video on the channel's got like 1.1K views, And so the thing is I'm very, very interested in, obviously, in growing the channel to a point where I'm also able to do something similar to like a beast methodology, in that all the money the channel ever makes will go right back into things for the channel, and the benefit of subscribers and people who are immersed with the content, all of which will be at a point that, is set up on the community tab here on YouTube, which won't take you very far. I know that much in terms of as I lay these plans out in my mind. And it's obviously something that I think about. And as a business person, obviously, the coolest thing about YouTube is overhead's real low. Obviously, when you get to a point where many, many thousands of people are watching your stuff. And I find it pretty incredible because it's a pretty simple recipe. It's a lot of consistency, but it's also a lot of making sure that your content is halfway worth watching. And that's a challenge, trying to think of things I think are relatable, but also personable in a way that I can attest to in an honest and sort of transparent way. And obviously, when I don't, it's something that I highlight, or at least I attempt to, in all walks of life, including obviously public speaking, whether that's on the channel or giving a speech somewhere, or whatever it might be. And so channel growth is something I'm very focused on. I appreciate all of the new subs, all viewers, you know what I mean. I know that it is, it just takes a few seconds of y'all's time to sort of make the decision to hit that button to subscribe. And I think it's immeasurably helpful in all different kinds of ways to content creators, especially those of us that want to get our content out there to hundreds of thousands of people, on the daily, and who are putting in the work, which again is work. I mean, as much as I like to say that I like to do nothing, I think this is kind of something. It's as much as I'm willing to do in terms of I know that I can make this a thing, and I appreciate that, because it's something I feel confident about because of the support that I've received, in my personal and both public life, and this has been for a long, long time now, not just since, 3 months ago this year. I've spent my life, sort of networking and learning how to publicly speak and act, and obviously, I guess not act IRL because I've had my irresponsible moments. I mean, act is in, the trait of acting, you know what I mean? And so I am very, very passionate about the content. I'm very passionate about speaking and structuring, my speeches, even if they're not written down, there's a certain way that I like to give them and things like that. And so I am very excited to see the channel grow, and especially here locally. I work real hard to try and bring people in on the channel, and I couldn't do it without the help of my business partner, my roommate, who, is in a position to help me get stuff to supply to people that as an incentive for to subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? But the work is work. It's a never-ending sort of endeavor, and it's one that I can, I think, with confidence say that both my business partner and I enjoy doing in that kind of a way. And so I think that life's going pretty good in that regard. I think my biggest concern in life is growing this channel, and my focus has never been more direct in how I try to communicate these things, and how important it is that you guys watch the channel, and how I need to be, reciprocal in that regard by mentioning publicly, that once we start doing real well, my plan is to also change a little part of the world in any way that I can in a positive way. And I can't do that without y'all's help. You know what I mean? And so I just am the dude trying to talk about things that can get people to come into the channel and feel the vibe, and participate, and want to also be better people, because I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think we're all bad people, but I think being a better person as a common collective goal isn't a bad common collective goal to share amongst one another. And so, again, thank you so much for your time. Tell a friend, tell your auntie, tell your second cousin, tell somebody about the channel. It helps a lot. Thumbs up, help a long way. So if you get the opportunity and you like the content, obviously hit the thumbs up. It super, super helps. And, all of the places that my content is shared. Again, I've also said this, regardless of where that is, I appreciate it because you're helping the channel. And again, by helping the channel, you're ultimately going to help out way more people in the future. So this is kind of like one of them Bezos investments, except my ultimate future isn't to like promise shareholders ultimate big returns on money from a company that I'm losing and operating for at a current loss, more than it is me publicly saying that I'm interested in providing a service to the community and all of the local vendors and members of the community that is of philanthropic and lighthearted nature. I'm just trying to talk about some random stuff, get the channel big, make some money, spend it right back into the channel, and help out as many people as possible. That's sort of the vision here, and we're going to make it happen. So thank you so much again for all the support. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to everybody tomorrow. Bye.